All right, so before we jump in, for those who may not know, which everybody already should know, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, introduce yourself, brother, if you can. Who is Nine Miller?
Uh, Andre Reed, aka Nine Miller, Tulsa artist. Uh, I've been doing music since about 1994. Got a lot of projects out, repping Tulsa. And I was independent. I did it, well, mostly with me and my people. We did it ourselves, and we just got out there out the trunk and got to pushing it and rep the town.
All right, take us back to the early days. What was it like coming up in Tulsa when you first started rapping?
Well, truth be told, I wasn't even thinking about rapping. I had two friends that was part of the 44 Clique. That was Brian McHenry and Eric White. Rest in peace, Eric done passed. And they was in the back room rapping. And I was like, man, y'all sound just as good as these cats that's out here rapping now. And I was like, I was getting a few dollars off in the streets. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna help y'all. And we went out to Studio 10 out there off by 80th and South Louis, about where old Roberts was. They had a studio out there. And Player 1000, uh, he's a vet from Tulsa too. He was out there engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And we went out there and we made the singles, Get Out My Pocket, Get Out My Pocket. And I wasn't rapping, but I was liking how they was doing it. So I was telling them to say my name in the raps. They said, we can't say your name in all the raps. So I said, give me a pen and a pad. And I say my own name. And that was the day I started rapping.
Yeah.
And that was the day we went to the studio and I made my first song, and I was on the single when we put it out.
You remember that first song?
I know it was Get Out My Pocket, Get Out My Pocket. And then damn, what the? They'll probably, the fans know it better than me. I'm trying to think, what's the name of that song? I can't even call. I can't.
You got so many classics.
Man, I mean, look, it's 2025, so if that's, we really probably made it in 1993 because it had to come out in 1994. So what's that, seven? That's like 32 years ago.
Yeah.
It while we talking, it'll come back to me, and then I'll tell you. I know Get Out My Pocket. Oh, dude, damn, what the fuck was the name of that song? I can't even think of it, man. I ain't even lying.
It's gonna come to you. But besides those two that you mentioned, who were some of the other artists or groups that inspired you locally or nationally back then?
Locally they had the Dive Mob was doing their thing at this time.
Mm-hmm.
The DC Boys, and I heard who else is this? Just NWA,
Yeah.
because we was living that life, And we was out here in them streets, so that's what we was relating to. So like Ice-T,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then we start hearing the Ghetto Boys and stuff like that, and then now I always liked that East Coast too, because that's what we grew up off of. That was what we was first hearing. So Bad Boys, African Bambaataa.
Okay.
You remember The Message?
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like, we was on that, you know what I'm saying? But still on some other stuff at the same time.
Yeah, because that West Coast grabbed a lot of us.
Yeah, it did. That movement, but then they had pushed that old stuff on us too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, and then at that time it was 2 something an hour, 3.35 an hour. Shit, you go work, hey, 8 to 10 hours, and only get $30, and then they take a part of that.
Damn, I ain't even know that. Damn.
Man, it was rape.
Damn, I'm thinking 725. I'm like, give me
No, man,
free.
that's y'all era, man. Hell no, no, they wasn't giving us nothing.
Yeah, you can't survive off that.
But you could think you can get gas on $1, bread, 50. You know what I'm saying? Penny candy.
Mm-hmm.
To a penny candy, what they charging today for a piece of that Jolly Rancher? I don't even know if you can get a single unless you go to them stores. It's probably 10 cents a piece. When it was a penny, then in Gibbs quarter store, you can run up in there with $50. Are you going Gibbs with $1?
You was
You get,
balling.
man, you getting 50 cents worth of penny candy,
Hey,
a honey bun, and a surefire soda.
I'm glad I'm the last generation to remember Gibbs.
Oh, you remember Gibbs?
Yeah,
You know exactly
like,
what I'm talking about.
you know, like $5, you was balling.
Yeah, oh, and and this is for a lot of I don't know if you was born in, but me, I stayed around the corner from your brothers,
Yeah, I was
your pet.
85. Yeah, yeah.
And so we was walking to Nathan's and stuff at that age.
I Nathan's
Crossing
was open back
crossing
then.
that, huh?
I didn't know it was open back then.
Nathan's,
Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't know that.
Nathan, oh yeah, man. Me and your brother and them, we all used to have to walk to that stuff. Mama wasn't getting up going to get a Pepsi,
Yeah,
driving and shit. Nigga,
yeah.
you was on a mission. Yeah. And
I didn't
some
know
people
that.
I would have known. Walk in the store and get the Benson and hedges.
I didn't know that. You just put me on something I didn't know. But I
Yeah.
remember the Gibbs era for sure. I'll never forget that. I remember mommy sent us up there with like you said, $1.
Yeah.
But you can go in there with $1 and come out with like 10 items.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In today's times, yeah, that $1 you're not getting nothing today.
Oh, that dollar dead. Yeah. Can't get nothing in there with that. You be pissed off going there now and get you a cup of ice.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Yeah, that's like 75 cents for a cup of ice now. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
you don't get a cup of ice, man.
But so you were part of the Fofo clique. You know what I'm saying? The name that still rings bells. You know what I'm saying around the town. How did that movement come together? What was the energy like during that time?
Well, first of all, you couldn't, it wasn't digital.
Mm-hmm.
So you couldn't go buy your computer and the mic in the room and call it a studio.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't how it worked back then. Now you might could have something at the house, but you really had to know something to piece something up. Most likely, you know what I'm saying, about that time, let's see, like in the early 90s, Platinum had some stuff, and that was in the building. But that's about the time, really, after that, is when we met Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki with the Leo, he was hard. And he had the 2-inch reels, and that cost him money. And you could just imagine if they was only paying you $2 to $3 an hour, and the
Yeah,
reels is costing $100, $200. You know what I'm saying? He, Everybody wasn't doing that.
yeah.
Not like it's like I ain't gonna say it's oversaturated because it's enough money for everybody, but it's pretty packed in the music area. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so easy to do now.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the mixing, like especially with the chat and stuff like that, because it'll tell you how to mix or damn near mix it for you. So they got a lot of luxuries that we didn't have back in the day. And
Yeah,
yeah, so and with the 44 click, that cost a pretty change. And you didn't have a social media to share it on, you know what I'm saying, and let people watch it and then build up your fan base. You had to get out there.
yeah.
You had to really do some marketing and promotion. You had to print up some flyers. You had to get out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And distribution. You didn't just go on these sites and upload your CD and your artwork. You had to get out there and get that stuff pressed up. You had to get you
A team.
yeah, with not just a team. First, you got to get the product.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a team before the product, but if you ain't got no product, you can't sell nothing. How they gonna hear it? What you gonna walk around with a cassette or album or a CD? One, and just let them hear it, and then that's it. How they gonna walk away with it? You got to have a product, and that wasn't cheap back then. You can imagine getting an album, a cassette, and a CD pressed up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had to get thousands to sell millions of CDs, cassettes, or albums. You have to buy millions of CDs, cassettes, and albums.
So then you had to purchase, and then you had to get out there and put the work in.
Right. Then you really took a loss.
Yeah.
Because now they can do artwork on AI, mix it, master it on AI, load it up to a site that'll put it everywhere, and they can download it or go on YouTube, listen to it, and you still get some streams and stuff like that. You couldn't do that back then. You had to have a physical product and put it in somebody's hand, or get it to somebody that's gonna take their cut off of it to distribute it to all of the record stores who would allow independent artists to come put their stuff in the store, which all of them wouldn't allow independent artists to do that. You have to go through some form of distribution.
Do you think the Fofo Clique gets the recognition it deserves when people talk about hip hop history in Tulsa?
Well, like in Tulsa, you know, we well known, and even across cities, we well known and stuff like that. But we might don't get to like what we feel like we should get, but we didn't really push it like it was supposed to be pushed either, because it took more than what we had that we didn't know when we got in the game. You know what I'm saying? We had enough to press it up and get some CDs and get out there and do it. But you know, when you got this mind frame that as soon as you make the the music and it get out, there it go. You think you finna be famous, but you don't know. That's why they say the business is show business, and the word business is way bigger than show or artist, you know. And you learn that when you walk in that water. You don't know how deep it is at first, but you find out, and sometimes it's deeper than we imagine. But I love it that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people, you know, give me props and what they say about me and my people and stuff like that. But we could have did more and got more out of it, you know. But like you say, we're still waking up and there's still platforms, so it's not over with for it yet.
I mean, you know, because you a legend in the town, you know what I'm saying? You, 918, Critical. I mean, there's many groups, you know what I'm saying, that are legends in the town, you know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I give y'all flowers, you know what I'm saying, while y'all still here.
Man, thanks, brother.
You know, like, a lot of people forget about where it all started at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't pay homage to where it started at. If it wasn't for y'all, it wouldn't be no Tulsa rappers, I feel like.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be rappers, but I'm saying as far as like the recognition we get.
Yeah, I get what you're saying now. Like when you listen to like the East Coast gonna give it up for all of they you know, all they old school, you know what I'm saying? You can still hear them talking about them, you know, Biz Markie and all the people that they know paid the way before them. Then you can go down to Texas and you still hear them talking about Big Mo and Fat Pat and all of them and all their songs and stuff like that. Now they don't really talk about us, you know, like that.
Tupac made a song called Old School.
Huh?
Remember when Tupac made that song Old School?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Paying homage to those who came before him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I don't want to get off topic, but do you think the youngsters today even, respect their elders? I mean, what can you expect for these cats?
You right. You right.
No disrespect to them because they out here drilling, so I ain't trying to offend
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
But
but it's real
I'm
though.
just
You know what I'm
being
saying?
honest. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Like it's just, see how I had to do that because they might come drilling you. I'm an elder, so you can't
Just
even
because of
say no.
misunderstanding. I mean, and all we doing is just paying homage to those who came before us.
Right, right.
You
You,
know what I'm saying?
you see, I just bring up the Mob and DC boys before me.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give credit where credit was due. That, and I know that stuff costs. And they was around here making noise. We used to listen to that.
So you know, it's a lot of rappers, a lot of artists I done talked to. Shout out to 30. You know what I mean? He
Yeah,
gave you
yeah,
he
yeah,
paid
yeah.
you a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? When I talked to him, and then me and
That's my
Ab
people. Yeah.
me and Ab Sav talked. He gave you a respect. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Sad. Appreciate that, brother. And
You know
they out here doing their thing, and I respect them too. They all, I can't say I don't get no credit. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot more. You know what I'm saying? That
mm-hmm.
we done paid away for around here
Mm-hmm.
for
And
real. And
yeah,
I ain't saying they owe me nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I was doing what I was doing, but yeah, we opened up a lot of doors and kept it alive, so they would know about it.
that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people come here because of the work that y'all put in.
Man,
You
they
know what
still
I'm saying?
they still always tell me when they go out of town and meet people. They ask them, do they know me? Because they know I was out the trunk savage.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say, yeah, we got to pay homage to those who came before us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I rep this all across the map with my chest out, and I hadn't been overseas, when I was younger. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the music got over there, but it got over there.
Yeah, yeah.
My music was places I never been.
See, that'd be crazy because, like, I seen on my algorithm on my YouTube, there's people in the UK watching my channel.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So you'd be like, how I get ways to the UK?
Yeah, but see, streaming and YouTube and Spotify and all of that, that's gonna put you over there. But when
Mm-hmm.
back in the days in the 90s, threes,
You have to
fours, and
travel. Yeah,
five,
yeah, you'd have to
it,
travel.
that CD or that tape, something had to physically
Mm-hmm.
get over there. It's
Yeah,
not like now. It had to physically, some type of your music had to physically get over there.
yeah.
Now it's digital. It's easy to get over there. Not saying you ain't put in no work. Don't let me take that away from you. Because
Yeah,
you
but no,
you is
yeah.
putting in work. You're consistent in doing that. I respect you for that, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
you
I
giving
appreciate
me
it.
an avenue to even speak on this, interviewing me. But man, it was tough back then to get out here.
So my question, you started your solo journey in '99, right? Around that
Yeah,
time?
yeah. About it came out in '99, so it started about like '98, '97, and stuff like that.
Okay, what pushed you to step out and create your own lane?
Well, back to what I was saying about when you thought when you made the music and you put it out, you was gonna be famous.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't work like that. And we was in the streets and doing whatever, and it just let the air out the balloon. When we didn't make it, but I still was in love. I had fell in love with music. You
Kept
know,
pushing.
that was my girl, so I fell in love with her. And my partners, they started doing their own thing, and I was still out there doing what I do, and I just couldn't quit. Then she had got a hold of me, so I was still going over to Leo, messing with him sometime, doing my stuff, and I met Trevor. I called him Data Chip, and he had met Pac Man, but Chip was around me all the time. We was going out of town because he really liked my music, and that's I ain't gonna even lie. Chip 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 really kept it alive because I met him after we did 44 Clique, and I was just chilling, but they were still insane about the music. Like, this is it. Come, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, we all ain't together. He was like, keep going. So I'm still making music. He taking me around the country and stuff, and we messing with the 44 Click CD. We didn't. That was my first time going out to the country. Went to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And got hemmed up there.
Damn, for real.
Yeah, because you can't just take like 50 of the same things over there. If you take 50 of the same thing, that means you selling it, and they'll
Yeah.
take their taxes off top.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is back. Well, you know what I'm saying? This is back in the day. Now I don't know how to do it now, but yeah. So you couldn't. They stopped the car, searched it, found a box of CDs. They wanted cash for them, and we had a lot of CDs, so we didn't have all the money on us, and they took the CDs.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm just that's for some CDs.
Yeah,
There wasn't no drugs. There
no,
wasn't no weapons.
no.
For some music.
Yeah, but when they run back, since they ran background checks on me,
That's crazy.
they had ran background checks on me, and you know what I'm saying. I had been in some things,
Mm-hmm.
but I had never been convicted. I had been accused of a lot of things, but they still keep it on your record so they can harass you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when Canada read my record, they was on some hell. Y'all were on some other shit, but we really wasn't. He was just showing me around because we was in Detroit, so we
Mm-hmm.
went across there just to see it. And yeah, we got hemmed up, got put in separate rooms and questioned, and they read my background, but after they thoroughly ran through their car and didn't find nothing, and but CDs, and then they was like, well, you need to pay such and such on them. We didn't have them at the time, and they took the CDs and sent the song back to the house.
Wow.
But and then so, but Trevor and Mike Castillo, Mike, it was
Mm-hmm.
both of them, and they had met Pac. So I was paying to go to Leo, but Pac was telling Chip that he know how to work that stuff. So Chip was going out there, I guess he was doing his thing, but he was telling me he found somebody. And I was like, well, okay, let me meet him. So one day, Chip brought a dude named Foreplay over to my house, and he had left him over there, and he left, and I'm talking to Foreplay, and I say, man, you ever met Pac-Man? He was like, yeah, Pac-Man, my buddy. I was like, what? Man, get Pac on the phone. So he
Yeah.
calls Pac, and I get on the phone with Pac-Man, and Pac was like, if you get it, I learn it and work it. So I goes out there and talk to Pac-Man. We smoking, chilling. He tell me what he need. My homie Ruff was working at a music store, and so we started getting equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And I was taking it out there to Pac. Pac hooked it up. He said, we need such and such. We'll take it out. Matter of fact, and Pac was a kid. So he was still living at his mama house. So we in his mama's back room in the apartment.
Hmm.
And he telling me all the stuff we need. And I go out and get it. I go out and get like every thing he need.
Mm-hmm.
We got a pea popper with a stocking on it. We in the closet with a mattress cover on it to do the block the sound from bouncing on the walls.
Yeah.
And we finally pieced up enough equipment, and we had a VS880 digital recorder, and that's when it started going digital. And so we in there recording. We at Pac's mama house. We making music. People is locally hearing about it, so they coming in, and we start. And I was with Caterpillar with the 44 Click, and
Mm-hmm.
Pac was calling his stuff insane. So we had to figure out how to merge it. So that's why we started calling it an end cap
Mm-hmm.
when I started messing with Pac.
Okay.
And everybody didn't have the same work ethics. So, don't forget, I ain't been rapping that long, and we put it together. Pack started doing our Pack was doing artwork and everything, and it was a rough little album. But that's when we was working on the Heat, and this is like in '98 because we put it out in '99. And
Okay.
then my people, the feds came and picked up my people, and he was letting me know, this ain't for me. And that's when I started saying I sell myself in plastic packages. And we pressed up the album, got an ad in the magazine, and voila, that was my first solo album.
Okay. Indeed. Hell yeah. I didn't know you and Pac-Man went that far back.
Oh man, Pac, we started that end cap.
Yeah.
That end cap was truly like the hustle and flow from with the. I feel like with the 44 click
Mm-hmm.
and with the end cap, I was really that movie Hustle and Flow was a
Mm-hmm.
real life to me. Rest in peace to Jamie Poe too, because she had a part she helped, and helped, she was out there doing her thing to make sure we could do what we had to do too.
All right. So when you started, excuse me, when you started the Balla Belly Records,
Right.
what motivated you to go independent and build something of your own?
Well, that was after me and Pac and them had put in a lot of work, cause so we can't skip past the Heat, uh, Cat family, Round Deuce, putting in Wizzurk and Big Fellas. So we had did 5 albums together,
Mm-hmm.
and but we had like Young 30 was with me back then. Frank White, which is Tay, Lil Snipe. We had more people on the roster that we should have dropped more albums. You know what I mean? It was a record label, so we should have been dropping other artists. We had Pac little brother Lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people behind the scenes that was all in on the stuff that didn't really get their just due. Now me and Pac did. He
Mm-hmm.
was on the Big Fellas and the NCAP. He was on the covers and stuff, but no NCAP. All of us was on there. I think no NCAP it was me and Pac and the Big Fellas, but I guess. Damn, was we all ever on the cover? I guess we took pictures together, but I don't think we was all ever on the cover. But it was more people. Like look at the Young 30 now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he had a chance way back then. He should have been dropping albums.
Yeah, because they got the whole gas guzzlers and they got a squad.
Right. So I think it all went our separate ways on that because if teamwork makes the dream work. Everybody should have been coming out with albums. I wanted that, but it just didn't happen like that. So then, Pac went his did his thing with his other people, and the rest of us we still all stuck together.
Mm-hmm.
But when that's when we did that's when the Baller Belly came, and I met Free Jack, Kenneth Mason. You know what I'm saying? And I had got older, so I had got me a house, and I got a studio built in the back, and everybody was welcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when, like with the Baller Belly, we did was Hood Margie first? I think Hood Margie. No, Hood, Hood Margie. Which one came first? Hustla by Nature, Hood Margie. But whichever one came first, though, we had put everybody on there. Like Free Jack had an album,
Mm-hmm.
Frank had an album. 30 was working on the album. He was young. He was still, he started getting in trouble. But they all came over here and worked. I
Mm-hmm.
never, charged them for my people, nothing.
Yeah.
They can all come over here and get down. They had keys to my house.
You saw something in them.
They was the rappers. I
Yeah.
was I was the grinder. You know what I'm saying? I was the one that sell the CDs and get our name and push the music like that. They was really that me. I wasn't. I forced myself to rap because I didn't want to. I told you they came out with that indictment. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, "This ain't for you." So I had to find something else, another product. That's when I learned about being a hustler and a dealer. You know what I'm saying? A dealer is a hustler, but a hustler can sell anything. You know,
Mm-hmm.
several products. It don't matter what it is, as long as it make a profit.
So with that, you know what I'm saying, you brought up what I was going to ask you about. You know what I mean? I know you didn't drop classics like The Hustle by Nature and The Power of Words,
Yeah.
but how has your music evolved over the time? You know what I'm saying? What stayed the same about your message?
Well, the target was always the same. You know what I'm saying? To elevate and get my try to make some money and take care of my people. But I was growing. I was evolving. You know what I'm saying? Who get older and want to see the gang banging and the drugs, but now you seeing the effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We like say when they playing football, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the field, the quarterback can only see so much because he in the mix. But they
Mm-hmm.
got the people up there in the boxes that's telling them, hey, they blitzing from the left mostly. You know what I'm saying? And helping them out, So you don't get to see it all. You have to react on the field. But up there, they get to playing. You know what I'm saying? They see what's going on. They
Mm-hmm.
overlooking the field. But when you're on the field, you reacting. So we was reacting. But then when I got older and got to overlooking the field, the effects of the drugs, the effects
Mm-hmm.
of the gang banging. Now it's kids involved, people that had kids. You don't wish that type of stuff on nobody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that changed my mind frame, and I didn't want to just. I didn't realize I was promoting it, but I was promoting that, now I still want to take care of my people and provide, but I don't want to push that on my people no more.
Mm-hmm. That part. I mean, like you always push wisdom and knowledge in your music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I grew into that. That 44 Clique wasn't that.
I was gonna ask you, was that intentional? Or was that something you grew into? But you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I grew into that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up. I grew up on music. You know what I'm saying? In my music, I grew. You know, because it was in my 20s, and now what I'm saying, I'm in my 50s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but in my 20s, I was talking about stuff I was relating to in the streets, and still with the set and all, all of that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was talking about. And see, now that's why I can't really say nothing about the youngsters with the drill music and stuff. I listen to mine and I was like, damn, we was super nigga too.
Yeah. I mean, we all had our moments, but once it's accountability is the word I
Right,
always use.
right.
Man. And so when I heard you speaking, you took accountability.
Yeah, yeah. Had to wow, because so they got gang banging grandpas out here now, man.
I ain't gonna speak bad on my partner, but I had a partner tell me because he was coming up on his 50s. He was like, "Cuz on my 50th birthday, I'm finna get an all orange tux." And I'm just like, "For real, bro?" In my mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, "For real, bro?" I'm like, all right, that's cool, whatever. But in my mind, come on, for real, bro.
It,
He
now
grown.
and then you got to think if they got kids or grandkids at 50,
He
what
do.
you promoting on them? I ain't no disrespect to the cat though. You know what I'm saying? Do
Yeah,
you? If that's what you feel is right. But when you realize it was a brainwashing, a program that they done to us, and you old enough to make sense out of it now, at this point of age, my heart goes out to you because it ain't gonna never stop with your people.
we're gonna get back into it, but I just feel like with all the homies that's been incarcerated and all the homies that's passed away, why do we want to keep repeating that?
Continue that madness. You sure right, brother.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You
When we
got
know.
well. Now they was talking about common sense might not be so common, so we call it special sense. Me and my people call it special sense now because we don't think it's so common. But we're in trouble if you don't have you some special sense, man. It's some kind of some. That's why a lot of people need somebody to do some thinking for them.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying jail is good, but that structure might help.
It's not, and I'm not ashamed to say I've only done 3 days in Oklahoma City County. I'm not ashamed. That ain't shit to most people. 3 days ain't shit.
Right.
3 days is enough for me to say that's not for me.
Nah, for you. And hey, and guess what? You ain't gonna be out there breaking laws and messing up because you
I
know
ain't
it ain't
doing no dumb shit. Yeah,
right.
I'm
That's what I'm
cool.
saying. Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah, but it didn't take me man, my partner called me from jail without when they wasn't giving out no bonds and stuff like that. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, nigga, you is a free bird. This is not for you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm cool.
You meant to fly. Rest in peace.
We
Monty
may not have,
Williams,
we may
man.
not have the best things that we want out here, but I'm humble to still be out here.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather
Well,
be out here
and look
than
at you helping out people elevate. You know, you doing something. You reaching back. You know what you did, and here go your growth right here.
that's why I want to be the voice for Tulsa as far as and everybody want to be the voice for Tulsa, but as far as with this YouTube content, the social media content, I want to push a positive message. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on her for cloud. I ain't on her with the negativity. I can get on her and show all the guns and the fights and the gangbang, but I don't care about that.
Right.
It's way better stuff in Tulsa than that.
Well, only thing a lot of people got to realize is a voice can be plural.
That part.
Voices.
Uh-huh.
It ain't got to be one voice. It could be voices.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna. It wasn't one king. It was many kings. It could be many voices. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody get on here and speak their mind, we're gonna get the voice about Black Wall Street and stuff like that, and really being
Mm-hmm.
here and seeing what's going on. Now they'll give us all the recognition for them killing us and tearing this thing down and what we built. But like all the youngsters here in our music and stuff like here, we don't get that recognition like that do.
And see, I was talking to a brother yesterday when we was recording. We were talking about how, like, if you go to Houston, you hear Houston playing Houston artists.
Right,
If you go to the West Coast, they playing West Coast artists. On the
right,
East Coast, they playing East Coast. In Atlanta, they playing ATL artists.
right,
Why Tulsa don't play Tulsa artists? But I mean, they show love to certain artists. Why they don't play? You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
They should play more art. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. But that's what we can get into. We ain't got to get into that. But
I mean,
I feel
you
like the radio station should play more artists.
well after the radio washed up, now they do.
Okay.
Hey, you can go, you can walk in there, and I hear them on there. You know, when I get in my car and it just click on the radio, I hear way more. Shout out to DJ Goo. You know what I'm saying? He's up in there now. He getting a lot of artists. To do the things for the radios and stuff like that. And I heard a lot more getting on there. But now the radio ain't what it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but now they pushing the artists.
They should have been pushing the artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like to hear some of
Right.
R&B. It's like I can tell a lot of people I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? As far as, but back on where we going, you know what I mean? Like, so you've been in the game for a long time. You know what I'm saying? A couple decades.
Mhm.
What is one of the biggest lessons you learned in the industry and in the streets?
One of the biggest lessons I learned, if you want something and you want to build something or you got something that you're doing, stay focused, consistency, and discipline about it, and really put in the work, because you're not gonna get the credit in what's really you just do unless you just do it. You know what I'm saying?
When you look back, is there anything that you would change?
I would get on my business side of the music back when I was younger. But I didn't like you say, I didn't I was only going for it was my mind with no, it was COD, cash on delivery. So I was like, that's how I did things, since I came from the block. So I was used to COD. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't ever think about I wasn't planning ahead like I should have been, and putting promoting on YouTube. I could have been way farther ahead and caught
Mm-hmm.
that wave with the YouTube and stuff like that, and different stuff like uh, you might not realize it, but it do evolve, because it was 8 tracks, albums,
Mm-hmm.
cassettes, CDs, and now it's digital.
Mm-hmm.
Everything evolves, so you got to really grow. You can always do you. but you still got to grow with the world because it's gonna keep evolving too, not
Mhm.
just you by yourself.
Every generation is something new.
Right.
Yeah, and that's crazy. But yeah, the way you just broke it down, because like you said, it was. You can go back to a cassette player. I mean, not cassette.
8 tracks,
Yeah, 8 tracks. You know what I'm saying? And you had the
albums.
yeah, you know, the album. That's what I'm about to say. Yeah, they had the album. You know what I'm saying? So you just think about it. Yeah, all the way to now, where everything is just digital. Yeah,
Cassettes, and
man.
then
I,
we
I remember the
VCR
homies.
tapes.
I remember the homies at Willing Hill Mall with their CD player in hand. Here, listen to my song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're right. To where now you can just upload it on any website or
Well,
one website to shoot it out to all websites.
right. You can just upload your stuff today. You can
Yeah,
upload your stuff today, and if you you said to release about 3 days from now, your shit will be on all platforms in 3 days, all over the world.
what's your views on the current Tulsa rap artists? And are there any artists you would like to work with or already working with?
But I love all of them. I respect all of them. I'm proud of them. Keep pushing. Um, me and 30, we do stuff all the time. I do features with many people. They always ask me what I charge and stuff like that. I'm not living that music life no more. And if I could help them promote their album or whatever, and just by putting me on there and that song gets some recognition, hey, I'm all for it. So I don't got a problem with them. And they got a lot of local artists that they really get behind. You know what I'm saying? Them youngsters support each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they out here really they living it and rapping it at the same time. It's kind of dry snitching to me, but and we did it too. So I ain't gonna do that because I was out there still mixing and mingling and rapping that thing too. So you know what I'm saying?
But the technology.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? To whereas in today's time, I'm saying my bad for cutting you off.
No, you
But
good, bro.
like the Chicago drill scene, when I be watching the podcasts talk about them, they would get on IG and say at 5:05, oh, I just slid on this block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They telling on themselves. You know what I'm
Right
saying?
now. Right now.
Yeah,
And
you know,
then say somebody snitched on them.
putting
That's
their
that's
product all on social media.
that's back in the day, man. I ain't gonna lie. We were scared of cameras.
Mm-hmm.
We already know they's building the case and they want pictures. They show you pictures. This ain't you. You don't know this person. You know what I'm saying? But now, you they got a video y'all together on your Snap or your
I was
Instagram.
raised on pictures of for the feds.
They they was and still are,
You know what I'm saying?
and
Yeah.
and that's why I'm saying they dry snitching, and it's kind of working against yourself. If you want to be a gangster, then how you gonna do that to you?
So many, I done seen so many videos of brothers on live and they get rated while they on live,
Right.
showing off, you know what I mean, they pounds of weed, you know what I'm saying? They on live, showing everything on live, and they don't get kicked in. Why they on live? And
we
you
we
wonder
talk, Kano, we talked about that. That's the special sense right there. You know what I'm saying? If it was common, more people would have it.
why.
That right there, senseless.
I love my people, you know what I'm saying? But
That was back to what we was talking about earlier, and I felt you. And he said some real shit. He said, "I love my people. I just don't like niggas."
I mean, I was gonna say that I just didn't know what I'm saying, but yeah, like,
Hey, I felt that, bro.
and that's gonna go over a lot of people's head, you know what I mean? But I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
my people. I swear on my soul, on my mama, I love my people. I'm just cool on niggas.
Hey, that say a lot right there. If it go over their head, we go back to the sense thing.
You know,
I hate to keep relating back to that.
but it's real though.
Yeah.
Once you, like I said, I'm gonna get out for this, but once you grow, you know what I'm saying. Once you start to elevate, you know what I'm saying. Start thinking for yourself. Stop letting this system control you. Stop being a robot in the our robot. You know what I'm saying. Stop once you get out the matrix and you start looking outside in. and you start seeing the programming, the conditions of the people, you know what I'm saying, and the causes and effects, the who, when, why, where, and how.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
So what you saying there? What you think is the start of the deprogramming of that? You gotta think, brother. 20 years of being programmed like that. How long is it gonna take to deprogram?
For me, it took Tulsa police killing DeAndre Starks.
See that?
When they killed him, something in me said it can't happen again.
You don't want that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna get into them because I had some politics with the homies behind that. But yeah, that was, and then when, you know what I'm saying, Robert Harris, just so many, you know what I'm saying, from 2014, 2017, them 3 years right there, here in
Mm.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Eric Harris, what's that boy, Beret, Joshua Beret, you know what I'm saying? Just the various different people, you know what I'm saying, that got killed unarmed.
Right.
And wasn't nobody saying nothing.
So that changed you.
That right there did it.
I
And then when
see.
that
That's a drastic. Some drastic happened to change you. But like, if somebody that been programmed that long and they just want to deprogram, it's gonna take a lot to change their mind.
I called myself being active for 15 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was programmed a part of that for 15 years. Like I said, when the police killed the homie, it was just like, damn, we'll kill what we call a op. You know what I'm saying? But when the police kill a homie, everybody quiet. And I don't want to get into that because I don't want nobody to think nobody I'm challenging and nobody thinking I'm coming at them crazy and nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just hit me, and I had a 5-year-old. My nephew, he 16 now, but at the time he was 5. And I'm like, he not gonna be like his daddy. He ain't gonna be in prison, and I don't want him to get killed by the police like the homie. So I got to be a better example.
Lead by example. That's true.
And so I played that Michael Jackson Man in the Mirror for like 3 months.
A lot of people don't even understand what he's talking about when he say that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that was my growth. That was my journey. And here I am 11 years in.
And they don't get it when he say the man in the mirror. That he talking about you. You when you look in the mirror, who you see?
Yeah.
And do you like what you see, or what's going on with yourself? You know what I'm saying? Can you look deeper than the outside
Mm-hmm.
when you're looking in that mirror? The
Mm-hmm.
decisions you make, your actions. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Is that cool with you?
Take accountability for what
Yeah,
you
can you live with, you know what I'm saying? Can you live with that? Keep waking up in the bed with that and or wondering why you can't sleep at night because you didn't cross so many people and think they might try to come get you in your sleep.
A lot of us got little homies. Excuse me. A lot of us got little homies. So
Right.
if I had little homies out here repping the turf and all that, why I can't have young brothers out here doing positivity?
Mm. We just did one on blessings and lessons with Young 30 and Logic TV
Yeah.
about the gang banging and stuff like that and how it's affecting our people and stuff like that and what it's gonna take to make a change, you know, because like you said, the little homies and the young guys, you want
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, they call me OG, you know what I'm saying? Really, that's like a block father, you know what I'm saying? And if
Mm-hmm.
you don't wish that on your kids, them is like your street kids. You ain't supposed to wish that on them either, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause I mean, really, our young sisters and brothers, they really future entrepreneurs.
It's gonna take the women to teach the women and the men to teach the men.
That's why I say we need each other.
Yeah, and if the older women can't talk to the younger girls and the older men can't talk to the younger fellas, it's gonna be tough out here because you can't be a good teacher if you don't got a good student.
See, I'm glad I got you on, and I want to get back to the subject, but I had this conversation on a podcast because I know you grew up in a generation where grandmother would tell her daughter or the young granddaughter, "You better not be moving fast in front of them little boys." And grandpa made sure that his grandson knew some type of skill, some type of trade.
Right.
Now you got grandma in the club with her daughter, and grandpa
It,
on the block with the grandson.
it was shaming back then. She said, "You little pissy tail heifer."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
and, and and Daddy and Papa and them was out there under a truck, cutting down
Cutting
trees.
grass, you know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
was
Doing something.
leading by example. You know what I'm saying? When that life, when that drug life and that crack hit, she they was getting money. It wasn't no cutting no yards and none of all that. When they was on the block, looking at NWA, we all with the black hats and all that. Everything changed.
Yeah,
So the teachers was different, and then we didn't have no money. So now we wanted to get spoiled ours because we wasn't getting spoiled like that. We had got in the streets, and now when you thought you was doing helping, you was doing some hindering. So now that these are spoiled brats, crack babies, and all of that, and nobody won't listen to that.
that's what I say. Yeah, and that's the thing. And then with the school system or the system period saying you can't whoop your children no more. We grew up on whoopings.
And back in the day, you remember they used to have metal shop, wood
Mm-hmm.
shop, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, stuff back in school.
Mm-hmm.
All that's gone now. They ain't teaching them no trades like that. They don't really like to do that now.
Because they don't
They
want
want them to stay in school.
and see that's because and I'm gonna go historical. We can get back on that after this, but that's because they don't want the successful black men and women no more like they had. You
Right,
know, when they were learning those skills in the school systems, they were becoming construction. You know what I'm saying builders. You know what
right.
I'm saying? We can go back all the way back to Benjamin Banneker. He was the one who put the architecture together for the White House.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying Benjamin Banneker, the one with the almanac,
yeah,
the one that invented the clock.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And so just going back, I mean, like I said, I mean, we've always done things as far as proper education.
Hmm.
So that's what I think is one of the things that we lacking. And a lot of people they talk crazy because they think they know everything, but we need to love instead of hate.
Right, right. Morals, values, integrities, and principles are taught at home, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know, I I can't just blame it all on no school and these, it's you got to get it at the house. You know what I'm saying? The shit that I got, a lot hard work and dedication and providing and stuff like that came from my mama.
That
I
part.
seen her break her back, work two jobs, to take care of us and sit down and she'll be like, you, you know, it was consequences and repercussions for our actions. And like you
Mm-hmm.
said, now that you can't whoop them or nothing, so they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. And so what I was saying with that is that since they can't whoop them, these youngsters ain't never had they
Well,
don't get ass whooping.
well, and then you already know they full of shit because when it was slavery and they was beating us with them whips, it wasn't it was okay. You know what I'm saying? But now we can't even straighten our own kids. It ain't okay.
I remember when I used to game, the chick I was on game with the homies we all knew or whatever was she in Canada or she in the UK. I think she in Canada. But she said it was against the law to whoop her children up there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this was years ago. So I'm like, then they started trying to enforce that here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we can get back to it. Do you feel like the town get overlooked as far as do you feel like we get the spotlight we deserve?
No. That we was talking about that. Now when it come to the massacre, they'll glorify that and uplift that. But when it come to us doing our music and everything and the few actors that's from her but I've been seeing more, when you get on Facebook, like I'm seeing more Arthur's,
Mm-hmm.
EP Love, shout out to him. I'm seeing him doing his and SB and a lot of people, it's getting better and Grit and Grow with get Grit and Go with the Cypress, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
more avenues coming and it's coming. We're gonna get it back. We just gotta stay down and keep grinding and support each other more. And things like this, get messages out there like doing this and your channel. It's gonna grow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say you got your channel coming, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Right, right.
I mean, yeah, like we just gotta all support each other, I feel like.
And that's true. And so we starting. Just a start, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a foundation. So let's keep grinding, man. And you keep reaching out and we build this thing brick by brick and it's gonna turn into a house or whatever we want to do.
They're gonna have to pay attention to us.
We gonna make them.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Yeah, force feed their ass if they don't want. Here, give me a head. Here, take this now.
See, even like you say, even with the Black Wall Street, and I shout out to them. You know what I mean? I love what they doing. But since their sister passed, and I can't ever remember her name. The woman that she was running it for the last few years. You know what I'm saying? Before she had passed recently. But it seemed like, and we ain't got to get into it, but just from my opinion, it seemed like it's become more of like a. It's about the finance. I mean, people. I mean, I don't know. It's people that come from out of town. They come selling their merch, and that's cool.
Right.
Y'all just coming to get money off of us.
You
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all can only come during this one time. Y'all come printing up shirts like y'all from down here, like y'all supporting us. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all was here or any time of here. Get y'all a little bread and dip out.
It's like the money not staying in the community when you spend outside the community. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got booked by one of them. It was a dude. I think he may have been Latino or he may have been Arabic. But I got a Black Wall Street shirt, paid him a little change for it. Then when I walk off, I put it on. My cousin read it. Letters is spelled wrong. You know what I'm saying? And when I went back to go find the dude, he was nowhere to be found.
Oh, he was scamming. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came and got his little bread and dipped out.
And see, you could spend with your people.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right. I should have spent with my people.
Spend with your people.
Spend with my people.
Right. I know you know plenty of people around here that's pressing them up. You know what I'm saying? That's where that money should have went. And it would still been flipping in your community when they talking about dollars staying in our community flipping. Hey, he ran straight out of there with some dollars.
Yeah, he got me.
Right.
But you done worked with quite a few legends, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jay Stalin. Or just, I mean, I can name a few, but what the experience is like?
To let me know it can be done. They let me know it can be done. They right next to me, and you realize this is just a regular human being, man.
Yeah.
They just put in that work. They just, while I was sleeping, they was working. So it's sacrifice. Sometimes you might lose sleep. You might have to get up early. Your body might be hurting or whatever. If you really want it, you gotta earn it, man.
You gotta go get it. You gotta put that work in.
Got to put that work in.
That's why I've been telling myself with this channel, consistency is the key.
Very much so. These people get up every day and they're gonna drop every day, man. 2-3 times a day.
Mm-hmm. And
you wonder why they got the money now.
Yeah, you take one fall back, they'll forget about you.
Right. They act like people not going to work and still doing this on the side, building them channels, It take all that you got to then some you don't to prosper in this game and get what you want. I got songs that say it. You say it's wisdom in them. The songs tell it.
Nah, for real though, because I mean that's why when you say you had to actually get out there and get it is a little easier in this digital time. I ain't gonna say easier like that because it is easier. I ain't gonna put it like it's a small thing. It is easier, but I understand the full work you had to put in.
You got to do they're gonna take some consistency. It's every day. You can't get your foot off the gas. You got to keep your foot on the gas.
And especially like when you're doing it by yourself. I mean, you gotta have. It's good to have a team, but if you're doing it by yourself, then you're gonna have to stay on it consistent. Daily.
Yeah, that's what I got a song that say, I find myself by myself. Looked around on the field, there wasn't no one else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to find people that's in the same book as you, let alone on the same page. You know what I'm saying? And everybody want to be the poster child. Nobody wants to play the tambourine.
That part. That's facts.
Yeah.
Are there any artists local or mainstream that you would collab with?
All of them. I ain't against none of them. I want to get out there too. Saying I'm gonna work. That's what I'm telling you. I'm gonna get down. If I get the opportunity, it turn your fan my fan. What's wrong with that?
So could fan? I mean, I know you say you know me doing a lot of features,
I do a lot. I do features. I
but
just ain't put no albums out in a while.
is it possible? Could the fans expect something from Milla?
Well, a lot of features and like you said, my podcast channels. I do T-shirts. I got a lot of shirts with the family matters and the goals and chips and drips with me and Ace and what else we got? Still gas and so we got a lot of merch. You know what I'm saying? I'm still out here in the game, and I just ain't in the rapping as much, but I still want to, like you say, help my people. So that's why I got the Blessings of Lessons podcast on my channel and on my TikTok and stuff, and I promote a lot of positivity because I realized that I was promoting and doing a lot of stuff to hurt my people. And when you realize that, and you feel like you got more days behind you than in front of you, we just want to right the wrongs, brother. And so now, so they can catch me live and pretty soon on open mic and stuff like that. But I
Okay.
will do features though. I ain't got a problem with that.
Yeah. So when people mention the name Nine Miller, you know what I'm saying, what do you want the legacy to stand for?
Um, to let them know that what I'm saying. The road might start off bumpy, but the way you started ain't the way you gotta end it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I know how a lot of people used to think about me with the in the streets and stuff like that, but now my mentality changed. I don't want to go out the way I came in.
If you can give a message to the next generation, especially the ones here in the town, to the young artists, what would you say to the young artists?
um, do some researching, think before you speak, respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? That we got put back in us and be focused and can just consistent on and disciplined on any journey that you have to make something happen because you can do it. They say a lot about manifesting, but what I'm saying, what is manifestation without action?
That
So
part.
just put that work in, man, and make it happen.
That part. I want to say I thank you. You know what I mean, for giving me your time on this, bro. For real, for real.
And I appreciate you, brother. It's always good. We always link up and talk. This has been a long time coming. They don't know that, but
Yeah.
I appreciate you for not giving up on me.
No, I can't, man. Like I said, I mean, like you one of the, you know what I'm saying? Like you one of the top. When I say top officials of this music thing in the town, I put you in the top 3 category.
Man, I appreciate that. In top anything in any category, I'm appreciate that, man. I'm gonna take my flowers above ground. I sure do appreciate it.
No, because like I said, like, we got to always pay homage to those who came before us.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
do the same thing. Right.
And then as far as being a younger version, well, not a younger version, but being a youngster, hearing your music, but actually building with you, you know what I'm saying, within the last few years of me being on my growth,
hmm
you know what I'm saying? So I know the intellect, I know the wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And you know,
Right.
you're a great brother.
Man, I appreciate that. You are too, man, and I'm proud of you, man, to keep doing that. And if let's keep networking and supporting each other and make this thing happen, man. Like you said, they feel like you overlooked. We ain't gonna let them overlook no more. Let's get in their face. Let's get in the
That,
way.
that part.